too hot. We're doing rear brakes on my 2003 Honda Pilot. We have power stop action here. We're going to throw these on. We have the Pilot on our quick jack, our 7000 TL there, so definitely check it out on our channel, Fresh Vintage Garage, if you haven't ever seen our video there. And check out Fresh Vintage Garage, really cool scan tool, shop equipment. But we're going to get rolling and start with taking this off. We're going to record a video while we're doing this, so stick with us while we record the video. Okay. Alright. So do you want to show the quick jack? Let's record the other side. We can show the ALI certification. Plus you can see the actual logo. Yeah. It's Tom First Image. 2003 Honda Pilot. Just replaced the front brakes with power. Just upgraded the front brakes with power stops. Go check that video out at the end of this one. But today we're going to do the rear brakes, and we got our 2003 Honda Pilot on our quick jack.
Yeah, we're going to do our rear brakes. Cut, and then after the intro, go. Normally 4 jacks, all that stuff. We're using quick jacks.
Okay.
They'll certify.
Okay.
We're gonna do the intro over here, so let's bring you over here.
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
This is Tom Fresh Vintage. Today we have our 2003 Honda Pilot. We're going to give it the power stop upgrade. It's been long overdue. Join us as we take the rear brakes apart. Quick note, we just finished installing the power stops on the front, so if you want to see that video, check it out at the end of this video. But let's dive in together right now. Okay.
Say like normally 4 jacks, jack stands, all that fun stuff.
So I'll point down here. I'll come down and say, so normally you would have 4 jacks and jack stands. Yeah, okay. Yep. So 3, 2. So normally you would have jack stands and actual 4 jacks and stuff, but we have a quick jack 7000 TL here, really solid unit. Go check it out on their website, quickjack.com. You can find that link in the video description here, but this thing's really solid. It is ALI certified. You see that gold stamp and sticker on the end there. That is certification saying these are weight rated and they are certified. Benpack/QuickJack does actual testing. They pay for that certification. So it's a very solid unit, dependable lift that you're getting. You can put it in a carport in this case, or in your garage, or if you're out racing and you need something, these will actually run on 12 volts. But when I say solid, it's solid. It's not going anywhere. So really solid unit. But let us grab some tools. We're actually going to start on the other side of the car. Just wanted to shout the quick jack out over here. Let's start on the other side of the car in the shade where it's a little cooler, and we'll get the wheel off. All right, live stream people. Got like 10,000 people watching?
Nope.
No. Nobody watching?
That's one.
Oh, one person watching. All right.
So where are you from? What
Tell
car
us.
did you work? Let's get some stuff rolling here.
Details.
You want to record this or?
Yeah. Say it. Okay.
Three, two, 1.
So we're using our Aoban with a 19mm Chicago pneumatic, but it doesn't need to be either one of those. We'll leave the link for this stuff in the video description, all the tools you see in the video. This thing's pretty cool because I already got most of these loose, but watch how this, when I hit it, it won't just keep spinning, it auto stops. That's kind of cool because it won't just like zing, send your lug nut flying through the garage or off into the woods or something. But we're going to take the tire off and show you what the actual brake rotor and the brakes look like.
All right, everybody, where y'all from?
Tell us where you're from. What's your favorite car? Or what car are you driving now? This is my personal 2003 Honda Pilot. We're putting the brakes on.
This sounds funny to say, but hi, sweetie.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, India. Sweetie's in India.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
That's pretty sweet.
Uh-huh. Let's make sure you like, subscribe to Fresh Vintage Shorts, what you're on. Go to Fresh Vintage for car shows, auctions, SEMA, how-to videos. The video we're making today is going to be on there. Fresh Vintage Garage. And that's where we do scan tools, shop equipment like this gear wrench, quick jack, sorry. I don't know why I said gear wrench, but. So we're working on an 03 Honda Pilot. Putting power stop brakes right there, cross drilled and slotted. Carbon fiber and ceramic brake pads. And there's our quick jacks. So go to quickjack.com and check them out. So Tom's working on the back brakes. We just finished the front.
Yeah, we'll have this video up some point, probably around Halloween or whatever. But oh man, these screws are in here too. I hope these aren't a pain getting out of here. All right, well, we'll get this loose. So I'm going to show. I just want to show this bolt head. Say it's 12 millimeter, blah blah blah, but thanks Honda for putting the brake line directly in the way here. It's kind of stupid.
Three, two, one.
So with the wheel off, I have a 12 millimeter and a ratchet. It doesn't need to be a flexi head, we just happen to have that, but just want to kind of complain. Thanks Honda for putting the brake line in the worst possible spot. So I can get a wrench and get that off of there, but I am able to get to the bottom one right here. So I'll just go ahead and break that free. And then I'll run downstairs and grab a 12 millimeter wrench and get that loose. I got it? All right. Okay.
Talk to our fine live folks.
Good people of the live stream. Hope you're doing well. Let's see.
We're in Virginia.
Yeah, we're in Roanoke, Virginia here. Use an extension with a swivel. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. This Honda is super clean underneath. I mean, exhaust is always going to be rusty, but you can see how, and we've owned this thing for 10 years now. So in 10 years, this is why I like buying cars down south. Really, really solid and clean. It's not a rust bucket. So even though it's got a lot of miles on it, just keep putting parts on it. Keep keeping it on the roads. Wow. I think I put those on that tape a couple weeks ago. There we go. Alrighty. Where's our S hook? really have a good spot to hook this. May just hang it off of the. May just hang it off the spring here, like that. All right.
Three, two, one.
So we went and grabbed ourselves a gear wrench, 12 millimeter wrench, and we have a parts magnetic, so stuff's not flying everywhere, you're losing it. Nice things to have, and now we have the actual caliper loose, and that came off very easily. Very nice to see that. Now, I don't want to say this isn't ideal per se, but in a perfect world, I would like to hang, if that bolt had something on, I could hang right here, but you want to keep that brake line loose and suspended so it's not just hanging, because the last thing you want to do is look over and you busted the brake line. So I'm probably going to hang this, might try and hang it on this exhaust hanger here. That's not ideal. I would not recommend normally doing that, but it's actually, let me show you real quick. It's kind of just hanging. Whoops, it's just hanging right there. So it's kind of happy. You don't want that, like, the weight of the caliper hanging on the brake line. Thank you. But next, we're just going to pop the actual brake pads off. Full disclosure, these brake pads look amazing because I just put them on here about a week and a half ago. And I make that note because the other side, the driver's side, started grinding, and I was like, we're so close to replacing these brakes. But I just went out and bought the cheapest set of brake pads I could put on the back just to be good. But so those are pretty much brand new. But you can see this rotor is kind of junk, to be honest. It's not great. So we're going to go ahead and get this caliper bracket off next, and then work on getting the rotor off after that. Those are not 17 millimeter. They don't look 17s. They look, yeah, those look like 14s or 15s. Yeah. 14. Is that a 14? Yeah, 14. Alrighty. Thank you. Oh, man.
I think we're gonna move around the other side. Go to the other side of the car here.
Yeah. There's too much stuff in the back.
So we're working on an 03 Honda Pilot. We just put front brakes on. We're gonna hit in the rear. Let's see, we're putting on power stop brakes right there. And if you didn't notice, we got quick jacks. I'll show you that. We're in Virginia, United States. Where's everybody else at? It's a good idea to lay the tire down. We just don't really have the room. I mean, there's not much width here to move around, so thanks everybody. We're in Virginia. It's warm and humid. Nice sky out today.
Very hot today.
Got somebody from Montreal.
Hello, greetings from the U.S. to Canada.
Well, let's put you down here. Pennsylvania, what city? When you're ready.
Get this on here. Why is that not allowed?
Everybody hit the like button.
Yeah, please Please like and subscribe.
Says they're near Philly, Allentown.
Oh, okay. Cool. Welcome to the channel. There we go.
What's up, Raina?
Yep, whenever you're ready. This is a little bit shorter, but okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
So next thing you have to do is get this caliper bracket off. These are 14 millimeters, and part of you would just love to just get the impact gun and just zip those off back there, but there's no room. So we have a 1/2 inch drive with a 14 millimeter 1/2 inch drive, and I just had this on here, kind of doing a mock-up. So I'm gonna put this on here, and then actually that won't work because I need to rotate that. Actually, it will work. I need to rotate it this way. Thought it wouldn't. Let me give this a shot here. There we go. It's always nice when things work correctly the first time. And again, we thank Honda for putting more stuff in the way back here. But I'm gonna say that, yeah, you may struggle with these. You're probably gonna have to get a 14 millimeter wrench, because now I actually can't get this off of here because of this mount that's in the way. So we're gonna fight with this to get this off of here, and then get a 14 millimeter wrench and get this caliper bracket off.
All right, we'll go get that.
Oh, Honda, 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 Honda. I mean, they're not the only ones that do stupid stuff like this.
Teaching a brake class, huh? Might as well show them this video of what not to do. No, just kidding.
Yeah, yeah. All the wrong ways to replace your brakes.
So we're in Virginia. Working on an 03 Honda Pilot. Got our quick jacks rocking. Putting rear brakes on. Just finished the fronts. Let me get another tool.
Forgive the ask, but can you get some PB blaster too while you're at it? I'm hoping those screws aren't a pain. Thank you. So here's what's going on for everybody watching on the great internet on YouTube there. This bracket for our sway bar link is preventing that socket from coming off of there. And I just had no problem, 2 minutes ago, putting that on there, and now I can't get it off of there, so. I'm sure it's operator error. I literally just got it on there, so how in the world am I supposed to get it off of there? Thanks, Honda. Hopefully I didn't just screw up my wheel speed sensor. Good food for thought about.
So quick jack, we're getting questions on the safety of the quick jack. So no, we don't need jack stands. This thing is solid. We can push and rock on this thing. It is not moving. So we've used this, I don't know, 6-7 times this year already, and
Yeah, this is our third complete set of brakes we're doing on this thing.
yeah.
Should probably record the segment and just
Okay.
show how much fun this was. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So quick follow-up. This bracket here for the sway bar link is just close enough to where I put that on there. I don't know how I just so casually put it on there, but I broke this free and I just barely got that back off of there. So we have a 14mm wrench, and I actually normally wouldn't recommend hitting it with a hammer, but that was enough to break that bolt free. Those are both 14mm. So caliper is free, and we're just gonna put that in our parts tray. But here's our caliper. Something to watch out for with these. That one's pretty stuck. That one's not bad, but we're gonna have to get a wrench and we're gonna have to work at that one. That's probably pretty rusted in there. So stay tuned for more on that. But the next thing we have to focus on are these screws in here. So we're gonna throw some PB Blaster on these and let them soak for a minute, and then we're gonna show you how to get these out of here.
All right. Get this out of your system.
What?
So.
So. I like saying it.
I know, it's habit.
Well, I hope this PB Blaster works for everybody in the live stream viewing audience.
So what's your favorite PB Blaster story?
Don't tell us you drank it. If you drank it, we don't want to hear that.
ZX60 says, now that's what I call a live stream. Thank you.
There we go. It's good to hear. We are sweating to death.
Hit the like button.
Please like and subscribe, yeah.
Or go to our channels. We got 3 channels. I don't know why, but we decided we have too much free time. So Fresh Vintage is our main channel. That's where we go. That's where we put how-to videos, and we go to SEMA and big auctions and car shows and fun stuff. Von Gitten's shop. You'll see me go drifting. When's that going live? Or did we launch that one?
Actually, I don't even think that's on the list.
So you'll see me ride around in Von Gitten's car around the track. Scared the heck out of me. So that needs to go on the list.
Live video right there.
Yeah, America.
Yeah.
So that Fresh Vintage Garage is where we go over like that quick jack there that this car's sitting on. Scan tools, ton of scan tools. So this is an 03 Honda Pilot. And we're putting rear brakes on. Wish us luck. E.M. Torres Gonzalez, how are you? Where are you from?
Loose, okay. I only beat the crap out of it. I hope it was loose.
Yeah. Yeah, the impact screwdriver is a game changer. I told Tom I probably used it like 3 times, and it's worth it. Every penny.
If you don't have one of these,
every penny.
I don't know how much they are. We'll leave a link for
like
one in the
10, 20 bucks max.
Yeah,
you know?
that just saved us.
EM's from Suffolk, Virginia. Hey, we're on the southeastern side of the state in Roanoke. So, we're doing it all wrong.
What are we doing wrong?
Tell us, man.
Tell us your secrets.
Yes.
What do we want to record this?
So, Suffolk, I'm sure that's nice and toasty right now.
Oh yeah, you got that nice sea breeze too.
We got the nice humidity, so we got you beat. All right, let's get this on video here. 3, 2, 1.
So looking at the 2 screws here, they actually hold the rotor in place in addition to the actual lug nuts and the tire being pushed against it. But these things are pretty stuck, so we grabbed our drip tray and some PB Blaster. If you don't have PB Blaster, definitely go grab some. But we used our impact. This thing is your savior if you have a situation like this, because these things were stuck and we tried it with the regular screwdriver and it was not happening. So I just off camera, I actually gave these things pretty solid couple of whacks. I mean, I probably hit that with 5-6 times with the hammer on each one of these. But between the PB Blaster and this impact screwdriver, they popped free. They're loose now, so if you don't actually own an impact screwdriver, it's a great tool to have, kind of like this guy here. If you don't have this and an impact screwdriver, it's probably worth it if you're looking to invest in a set of tools for your own DIY car repairs. But now that we have these out of here, I'm sure this will come right off with absolutely no problem at all. Oh, look at that, perfect. Did not stage that, I promise. I was joking. I was like, I figured this would be a pain, fight us off of here, but you do have to contend with the rear emergency brake on here, and that is not on the front. So this is going to want to come off pretty straight. Otherwise, your rear emergency brakes are going to be hanging up on the inside of here. And wow, that rotor is garbage. I mean, it's a great paperweight, but for stopping, those rotors are toast. So good thing we have our power stop here, right there, drilled and slotted. We're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up, throw some brake cleaner on it, and then get it installed.
Yoink.
Power stop for the live stream there. Really, really solid. These are marked rear passenger side, rear driver side, and so on. So
200 live now.
nice. Appreciate everybody watching.
Let's see where we at here.
Please like and subscribe. If I can get this to go on here.
Okay, and got another UK person.
What's going on in the UK on this Saturday? It's not Saturday night yet, but it's getting close to Saturday night over there.
You want to remove the rotors?
Saturday evening, right?
Oh, 95. Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's not going to hit 90 today for us, but.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was 90 out right now. Although it's only 1. It's 4 o'clock here on the East Coast.
Krishna, hey.
That's when we hit the high point of the day. If our phone battery stays alive and we can get these done fast enough, we'll take y'all for a spin. We'll go break these in together.
Will it switch networks though?
It will, yeah.
The wheel bearings look good.
Yeah. Yeah, the wheel bearings on the back have always been good.
Havana, Cuba, hey.
Hey, get me a cigar, buddy. I hope you guys are doing well. For all my complaining about heat here in Virginia, I can only imagine it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
You're
Lee is at 30 degrees Celsius. That's pretty hot. Where are you from, Lee? Robin from Havana. Yeah, we need to put some stores down, some parts stores down there, so you don't have to invent and create your own. So, but you guys are pretty creative. You're getting those old cars running around. Oh, near Manchester, UK. Nice.
Cool. There's that.
Yeah, what, 50s and 60s vehicles, maybe 40s? Yeah, you guys are.
Yeah, there's a lot of late 50s cars. I think that's when the embargo kicked in down there.
Yeah, you guys like to put those small diesels in too.
Let's get a shot of this going on with no commentary. We'll just show this, the rotor going on, and then we'll show me screwing in the screws. Can you come over here a little bit more, like see a little bit closer?
Oh, wait. Sorry. 3, 2, 1.
These screws fell into the transmission fluid or oil, whatever was in there, so they're pretty well lubed up. Now I will make a note, the power stop kit does not include this, and I'm going to go double check the box, but I didn't see this and it's not in the old rotor, so honestly I'm just going to roll with it because the old rotor didn't have it either, and we live in the world of reality where most people aren't going to put that in. I'd like to put it in, but I'm also not going to go to the parts store just to go buy it and put it in. So, but I'm going to double check the box, and from there we'll work on getting that caliper hooked up and get it back on the actual car. Shows the caliper bracket. Oh my gosh! Oh, where's that box? Is that over there? Right side. Yeah, just this. So
We gotta work on the slide.
yeah. I hope we don't have to use the new ones, but
Well, he's getting stuff ready. Where's everybody from? Just so you know, we're working on a 2003 Honda Pilot, even though the emblem's broke off. It says Pilot.
yeah, that disappeared about 5 years ago. Yeah.
Somebody from Alaska said they heard your knee pop all the way to Alaska. So
Yeah.
and we are putting on new Power Stop brakes. Those of you who've never used Power Stop, it's well worth looking into. Go to Power Stop. I think it's powerstop.com. I don't know.
It's not the worst we've ever seen, but it ain't great either.
Well, we changed the breaker fluid over winter. That's when you're supposed to do it. So we got another Russian.
Oh, nice.
What's happening?
Welcome.
YYYHJ says hi. Where are you from? Where's everybody rocking? What do you drive? You ever change brakes? Are we doing everything wrong?
It's a little rusty, but I mean, it actually looks newer-ish. So I'm wondering if it's just got some water in it.
Hey, everybody, hit like. Help us out.
Please
Come
hit that
on.
like button.
Hit that like button. Go on our channel, subscribe. We've been doing this for almost 3 years. We're struggling. Help a brother out. Fresh Vintage Shorts is what you're watching this. Fresh Vintage Garage is our other channel where we check into review quick jacks and scan tools and all that stuff. Carl's from Connecticut and drives a Durango.
Oh, nice. What year Durango is that, Carl? You got the
13.
Now is that the 4.7 or is that the Hemi? Because I know they put both in that. I thought in that year.
Well, we replaced some muffler bearings over the winter too. That's when you put winter air in and
Headlight
blinker fluid and all that.
Yeah.
Said V6.
V6. All right.
So we're in Virginia. It's an 03 Honda Pilot.
Ow.
Putting rear brakes on. We just finished the front. It's nice, hot, and humid here, so we're going to try to get this done as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But
Sliders are fighting us.
everything keeps fighting us, so we'll get it.
This has gone pretty well overall. We did the 2011, your dad's Mustang.
Yeah.
I've not done Ford brakes like that before, and I don't know why it fought us so much, but we had to go on YouTube and figure out how to actually get the front brake pads to properly slide in.
Yeah. Got a North Carolina. He's got 86 Monte Carlo SS T-tops, small block.
Nice. The black or white?
And he's also got a 300C with a Hemi.
Sweet. Appreciate you joining us. You can watch us sweat as we put brakes on. It's hot. We started at 9.
Put grease in the boot.
What's that?
Hunt for Andrew says put grease in the boot. Second gen Dodge with a Cummins. 5.9, not bad.
Nice. Don't stab yourself like I just did.
All right, everybody, hit like. Show us some love here. Better yet, go subscribe. Fresh Vintage Shorts, Fresh Vintage Garage, Fresh Vintage. And we're on social media, Facebook and Instagram.
I have a question for everyone on EVs. Like, what do you think? You like them? You hate them? Do you see the value in them? Do you think we'll be riding in robo-taxis in 5 years? I know they say every 2 years, but let's be honest, at the slow rate they go, it's probably going to be 5 years. But what do you think? Are they good idea, bad idea? Me personally, I'm just going to keep fixing up my 03 Honda Pilot as long as I can.
So the rear parking brake shoes should auto adjust when you use the parking brake and when you back up and stuff. So
Yeah, you can. That's what that hole's actually for. You can run your brakes in and out if you want to, but if you're like manually adjusting them.
yeah, once he uses the parking brake a few times, it'll adjust.
Oh, the stupid thing was fighting. It's always the dumb little stuff like this that just completely wastes your time and slows you down.
So EVs are the future once we perfect energy storage. I think that and battery engineering and stuff needs to be a little bit better, but
Yeah, we need denser, probably triple the battery density, about half the cost.
so this is an 03 Honda Pilot. See the worn out emblem there. 277,000 miles on it, believe it or not. We have putting on rear power stop brakes, and we're using quick jacks to lift this sucker. Thanks to Ben Pack and Quick Jack for sending us. Has anybody ever used a set? I'm gonna go under the car so I'm gonna see how much room we have. You can work on exhaust, suspension, all kinds of goodies. Yeah, looks like Lee's wanting flying cars, but I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, let's work on getting the EVs perfected first.
Yeah.
Maybe in 50 years, right? That's what they said 50 years ago about EVs. All right. I'm dying from sweat, so. Quick face wipe. Oh man, we appreciate everybody watching.
Hit that like button, people. Thumbs up. We need some love. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna have to torque those down. You know if those are 80 foot-pounds?
Yeah.
Same thing, 80 foot-pounds?
Yep. So yeah, I agree. We should be done by now, but it's different when you're doing a live and cutting video. So
Yeah, we're making a video and we're doing a live stream and a brake job at the same time. So.
it's not as easy as you think, because sometimes you got to do stuff twice.
Yeah, sometimes I say the wrong thing like 4 times in a row. Let's see here. So, in case you missed it, let me recap. Let's say so 20 more times. There we go.
So we're in Virginia.
Oh, now Jay said it.
Yep.
So, it's so everybody. That should be tight, right? 8 foot-pounds. That'll be good. Where's our torque wrench?
Let me know when you're ready. You're not going to be able to do the bottom one. Oh, well, yeah, you can still sneak it on, right?
No, I won't be able to. I'm just going to make that note in here in the video, so.
All right,
Okay.
ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
So a big shout out to our friends at Harbor Freight for sending over this Icon torque wrench. Really, really cool. It's got a little dial here. You can just slide it and just set it to what you need. This is 80 foot-pounds. So what we're doing is actually torquing down the bolts on the caliper bracket here. And this bottom bracket I mentioned earlier, I just cannot get this on here. So I'm just gonna have to hit it with the wrench, crank it down as tight as I can get it. But the top one should not have any issue at all. So let me just go ahead and just do this. sure about the 80 foot-pounds? Did you look that up? I feel like I'm gonna break that before I get to 80
Yeah,
foot-pounds.
double check.
Okay.
Is that the caliper bracket?
Yeah. Just feels like I'm
Rear.
running head first into snapping that bolt off.
Rear caliper bracket bolt 80.
80 foot-pounds, all right. I mean, I
Yeah.
believe you. I just.
Yeah. Jeez.
Okay. Well, back on here.
3, 2, 1.
So we just spot checked that because 80 foot-pounds, I was a little worried. I was like, I feel like I'm going to snap this bolt, but let's see here. There's 80 foot-pounds there. And now, just some personal commentary. I can't get that torque wrench on this bottom bolt, so I just did this, and this is one of those do as I say, don't do as I do kind of things or whatever, but I just got some leverage here, and I just cranked this bottom one down. Honestly, I can't tell you what that torque spec is. It's supposed to be 80 foot-pounds, but I made it tight. It's your own vehicle. If you're doing this on your own vehicle, you be the judge of how you want to proceed there. But that being said, so far so good. We have our screws back in. They're nice and tight. Our caliper bracket is back on and torqued down. I did go ahead and get these sliders. That one slider was not very happy, but I did pull it out of there and clean it and greased it. That one's moving very easily. So next step is let's get our brakes out of the package and we'll make sure we get them installed right.
All right, everybody.
How's everybody on the live stream?
So this is a 03
Pilot.
Honda Pilot with 277,000 miles. We're in Roanoke, Virginia. Nice, hot, humid day. We're trying to get this sucker done before we melt.
Before we die from heat exhaustion, yeah. And, okay, there we go. We'll call that out in the video.
And using quick jacks, thanks to BenPack, you can see how much room we have under there. You can see the one side over there. So, all right, hit that like button, people. Thumbs up. We need the love. Doesn't take but a sec.
Okay.
Here. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
So before we actually put the brake pads in, I actually want to push this piston in. Let me show you this piston here. I want to push this piston in so that this is actually able to accommodate the width of the new brakes and the width of the thickness of the new metal on the rotor. So it's not hard to do. We just need to set up our brake pad here and then set this in. This is pretty beefy. It's a really nice tool. And we're just going to slide this in here like this. And there's actually not enough space in there. Because I put such new brake pads on, just brand new brake pads only a week and a half ago. So we're going to find something thin and flat to push this, but normally you would have worn out brake pads, which would give you the clearance to push that in. And something also to consider is you're pushing brake fluid backwards into your brake reservoir up in the engine bay right now. So we're doing all 4 brakes. Helicopter. So 3, 2, 1. We're pushing all 4 calipers, pistons worth of brake fluid back up into the actual brake fluid reservoir. So all that to say, make sure you check that. We let our cap loose so that it actually can, move up and push the air out. We do want to eyeball that before we do the 4th one, so it doesn't actually spill out into the engine bay. Okay.
You got some of the old pads around? Or?
Nope. 99% sure I threw them out. So this thing is
Why don't you take one of the
Just
why don't you take one of the flat pieces out of the kit?
yeah, it's just big enough to where it's fitting on the face of the piston. Yeah. Go.
It's never me. He says that's a live stream I can embrace.
There you go. So absolutely do not ever do this, do what we're doing right now in the live stream. But this thing just conveniently is the same diameter of that piston. So I'm very gently pushing that in, and it's almost bottomed out. You normally would not want to do this because inevitably you're going to push on the rubber part of the piston seal and screw it up, and then you'd have to deal with it. But I mean, it looks clean and dry. That piston looks happy. So we're good to go there.
Hit that like, hit that thumbs up, people.
On this episode of Don't Do the Brake Job the way we're doing it. But we won't show that in the video, right?
No.
So, all right, so here, let's just talk about, you want to make sure your
So just
brake
mention
pads go
that
in.
you spread the caliper in
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
So we're able to push that piston in. I actually used one of the old brake pads that I did from a couple weeks ago here. I just pushed it in using that, so that works. With these brakes, you want to make sure you have your old brakes and new brakes matched. And what I mean is, this is your actual brake squealer. When you have low brakes, when this gets worn down and you hit the brakes, you hear that people's cars or your own car have done it. That piece of metal is dragging on this rotor to let you know it's time to replace your brakes. So you want to have this one matched to the new one. So you can see I already have them pre-greased. So I'm just going to set this down. And we'll just drop that in like that. And then we'll drop this in just like that. Now, as I grab the caliper off of our S-hook here, a couple things you want to watch for. These are moving. That one's still not 100% happy, but it's a lot better. It's actually like stuck. There's like a flat spot right here on both sides of the caliper. And if you don't get these lined up properly, it will probably not go back together for you right. And you're going to be sitting here fighting this, asking yourself, what is wrong with this stupid thing? I speak from experience because I did that about 2 weeks ago when I was doing a pad slap on the back of this thing. And then I realized that those had to be lined up properly. I think that one just went in. There's that. Now, if memory serves correct, these are a torque spec of 27 foot-pounds on the back here. And our torque wrench only goes down to 40. So I'm just going to grab our 12 millimeter and just crank these down to the torque spec of tight. And you do what you're going to do on your own car. If you have a torque wrench that will go that low, then torque them down to 27 foot-pounds. Okay.
So where's everybody from? We're in Roanoke, Virginia. It's nice and hot. Nice out. Too bad we're not at the pool or the lake or whatever.
Yeah, at the beach.
With that sun. Somebody's from Arkansas. Is it hot there? Is it hot there? Hit that like button, people. Show some love. There we go. I see some.
Appreciate everybody watching and subscribing.
Said it's 93 there. That's pretty hot.
Oh man.
California, got some more UK people.
Making sure that is on there properly. That's my redneck tighten off. There you go.
So, in case you didn't catch it, we're working on an 03 Honda Pilot rear brakes. We did the front brakes earlier. Putting on power stop brakes. We got our awesome quick jacks over here. If you've never seen those, check them out. quickjack.com. We got a good video on Fresh Vintage Garage. We got Texas, Philly, Oregon. Jeez,
Nice.
We got everybody.
Appreciate everybody watching. If you haven't, if you're needing a scan tool, shop equipment, battery tester, battery charger, list goes on. We just added Robin Air AC machines. We have a website called scantooldepot.com. And that's scantooldepot, all one word.com. Go check it out. We ship in the U.S. Sorry for you guys outside the U.S. We ship in the U.S. We'll get it to you a couple business days kind of thing. Ooh, that looks good. Sounds good. There we go. I think we're good on this side. Oops.
Alright, you ready?
Yep, I'm just going to say this is what you want to see, and this is what you want to see. You want to see that caliper being able to move like that. So, okay.
3, 2, 1.
Quick recap of where we're at. We have our caliper bracket bolts set up and torqued to 80 foot-pounds. These guys at 12 millimeters are 27 foot-pounds. Calipers on, and everything seems to be happy. If you can't do this, you may hear a little residual dragging in here. That's not the big of a deal, but if you can't move that easily, like if it feels stuck, like something's like stuck in here, and this caliper, watch that caliper move back and forth. If you can't see it wiggle like that, you need to stop and take things back apart and see what's going on, because maybe you didn't push the piston in far enough, or maybe these actual the actual sliders aren't lined up properly and something's cockeyed or whatever. But you want this to be at this point, because you think as you're driving down the road, this is the default status of your brakes. You don't want them hanging up as you're driving down the road and then like cooking themselves because they're like clamping on or like at an angle or something. But all that to say, we're in a good spot. We're going to grab the wheel, throw it on, and then torque the lug nuts down to 80 foot-pounds. All right. Appreciate everybody watching on the live stream. For all you northerners, you've probably seen Blizzak snow tires. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old, people.
So we got Florida, South Africa.
Ooh, South Africa, nice. These are Blizzak snow tires, and you're probably asking why I'm running those in the middle of summer, but we're just burning them off because they're getting dry rotted and they're not going to last another winter or two. They probably would, but then they'd probably just start like losing air. But
Kansas, Las Vegas. So somebody's asking, do you have to bleed the brakes? So we actually went through this on the front when we did the fronts earlier. When the brake system's a closed system, as long as you don't take the calipers off or let any air into the system, you don't need to bleed them. So that's a plus to doing brake jobs. You don't have to bleed the brakes. So hope that helps. Good job on the torque wrench. No chugga chugga with the impact. Yeah, we only use torque, torque sticks. I mean,
what do you mean? Just crank it down as hard as you get it, right? So.
Torque sticks, torque wrench. Luckily, Icon Harbor Freight sent us one, so we're using it proper.
Yeah, if everyone on the live stream, if you don't have a torque wrench, it's worth the money. These things are cool too. I mean, they're not that expensive. This lets 80 foot-pounds deliver from the impact to the socket, so you're not throwing like 200-300 foot-pounds on the actual lug nuts and then breaking your lug stud. These are aluminum lug studs, believe it or not. And I've seen stories on the internet, on YouTube, where people take their Pilot or their CRV to the local TLE or whatever, and they put 300-400 foot-pounds on these and actually break the stud off in the wheel bearing. So they have to replace the wheel bearing assembly to fix it. So.
Yeah, always use those. Mississippi in the house.
Nice. Good
And
to see Mississippi.
yeah, we try to do most of our own work. That's why we do videos on it. So hopefully we can help people out. So let's get this filmed and
Okay.
hit
Stupid
that
bug
like
is
button.
attacking me. Everybody, this bug is jumping on me. It's attacking me. Look at that bug.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what it is. It's red. It's got little white spots on it, but it's attacking me. Okay.
Hit that like button, people. Show us some love. 3, 2, 1.
So to wrap up, we're just going to torque all these down as tight as we can get them. We're just going to go in a circle and just crank them right down. So absolutely 100% do not do what I just said. These only take 80 foot-pounds. And these, not the lug nuts, but the studs that those lugs go onto, those are actually aluminum. So if you put 300-400 foot-pounds on them, you could actually break them. And we've heard stories where people, breaking them at their local TLE. What you want to do is get yourself a torque stick, and that says 80 foot-pounds on it. I don't know how many Newton, 110 nanometers or Newton meters, probably Newton meters. It's not nanometers, but that only allows 80 foot-pounds to deliver to the lug nut. So from here, you just want to hit it in a star pattern. Whenever I get this on here, there we go. See that? And since we have this thing up in the air, you can see the wheels turning very nicely. We have the Icon torque wrench. We're going to go ahead and hit these, but once it's on the ground, so we make sure that we're at 80 foot-pounds exactly. But let's jump over to the other side. We're not going to show you anything on the other side unless something weird comes up, but we're going to jump over and swap the brakes and upgrade the brakes on the other side right now. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Ugh.
All right. Give us a sec here. We're going to switch everything over. Yeah, we've got torque wrenches, torque sticks, all that stuff. La, hayback.
La? What's that?
Said hay.
Oh, the hayback. Oh.
And we're doing a star pattern on the wheels.
Yeah, some of the stuff we say in the videos, we're like, why do we have to say this over and over again? But then we hear stories of people doing exactly what we say not to do in our videos. So.
What's up, Kevin? All right, guys, hit that like button. We're working on an 03 Honda Pilot with 277,000 miles, believe it or not. So it's getting some love on the brakes, front and rear. We did the front earlier. We're doing the rear now. So let's get set up for the other side. I'm going to set you down here. So tell us where you're from, what you drive. Hit that like button.
Yeah, tell us. I want to hear who's driving what. You got get yourself a Mustang GT, or do you have a Charger or Challenger? I'm an AMC person. I'm a glutton for punishment because AMCs are just not built well. But let us know what you got. Run what you brung kind of stuff. Oh, well, thankfully, the shade is over here. We did the front brakes in the sun earlier this morning. It was like 10 a.m., but it was a little hot over there. We've gone from hot to sweltering, which is, I guess, hotter than hot.
So we're in Roanoke, Virginia. We are working on an 03 Honda Pilot rear brakes. Let's see, somebody's from Uganda. Hey, what's that? What's up? And I'll just show you, we got a beautiful day here, but it's a little hot, so we'd rather be at the pool, but hey,
Go to the beach.
such is life.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, I think Wednesday this week. We're supposed to possibly beat our all-time high record for that day, this next Tuesday, Wednesday. I think our record's 103, and I'm like, I don't think we're actually going to do that, but we'll find out. So.
Hit that like button, guys. Show us some love. We also have 3 YouTube channels. Fresh Vintage Shorts, which you're watching on. Hit that subscribe button while you're here. Hit the like button. Fresh Vintage Garage, where we go over shop equipment, scan tools, all that fun stuff.
This rotor.
And the Quick Jack,
Garbage.
which we love, thanks to Ben Pack
Check that
and
out.
Quick Jack. We got a screw there.
It's screwed.
James, what's up? We got Quick Jack lifting us. And there's our crappy old rotor.
Yeah, that rotor. This is the side. I think it was the outside too. This is the edge. The pad started grinding on the metal, and it was a little rough. So I was like, I just got to put some cheap brake pads on here.
So, welcome all.
Uh,
Where y'all from? Where do you drive? Do you do your own work? Have you ever done brakes? Are we doing it wrong?
yeah, we love asking. We actually had a guy. It was a 2011 Mustang, and he said you need to put the, what was it? Put everything back on except the brake pads.
Yeah.
And then put the caliper back on because it had no parking brake you had to screw in. And we had never really done it that way or thought about doing it that way, but it worked perfectly. And the guy randomly in the comments like, no, do it this way.
If you have any pointers for us, let us know. We're definitely not experts, but
That's just don't tell us to take it to the shop because that's what we're not doing.
yeah.
Brakes are easy. If you have friends who take their cars to the shop to get brakes done, take your friend and show them how to do their own brakes. Spend a day with them and say, you don't have to waste your money, but teach them how to fish. But then don't keep fixing their own car for them either. So that's far too common in today's world. People are lazy. They're like, oh, I don't want to be bothered with it. So I'll let someone else fix it.
I can't remember how much Subaru wanted to charge
You
for.
said $300 an axle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's just for a pad slap. That wasn't even rotors. I was like, no, thank you.
I mean, that's.
We'll make a video on it.
I did. So I did. What Jay just said is basically replacing just the pads in here.
Yeah.
And I did that 2 weeks ago on this thing, just because this side started grinding. I did that in less than 45 minutes. So they wanted to charge $300 for labor and for the actual pads. So I mean, they probably had what, $150 worth of parts and labor in that process. And they're going to charge $300 for it.
So, Stepper's saying take a picture of the brakes with ChatGPT and upload for the AI, and it'll automatically tell you what to do step by step.
Oh, really?
Wonder if you just say year, make, model. I don't know.
Oops. Well, so on this episode of I'm Going the Wrong Direction, let's see if I can bust that off.
Small favor, hit that like button. Thumbs up, people. We need it. We've been doing YouTube for 3 years, so we're slowly getting there.
What do you think about that? Huh. Look at that chunk of rubber falling off the bump stop.
Oh, yeah. This is an 03 Honda Pilot with 277,000 miles, so random stuff's gonna fall apart, I guess.
It's pretty clean though. And growing up north, the this whole thing, some of these mounts would be rotted out of the body, but I mean overall it's in really solid shape. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, these gloves are okay. The first pair I put on, I ripped them like 10 seconds out of the box, and I was like, thanks Kroger, your gloves suck. But they're not really meant, they're meant for house cleaning. They're not meant for wrenching on the car. So they've done pretty good overall. All right, those came out. Awesome. A hook. Oh man. Well, we said we were going to be done by noon, and it's 2 o'clock, so.
So if you didn't know, we're working on a 03 Honda Pilot rear brakes. putting Power Stop on, in our opinion, the best deal out there. Yeah, you can get better brakes, but I mean, these things do everything we need. And they offer higher performance brakes for people that race and stuff. So,
yeah, these are great everyday daily. I mean, this is just an SUV that my wife drives for work, so this isn't anything performance anything, but it's great. These brakes are perfect for what you need. Extra stopping power.
So Jeremy says, I just got done doing brakes on my Pilot, and the first thing that comes up on YouTube is somebody doing brakes on one. So are we doing it right, Jeremy? Are you getting flashbacks? What's up?
You have PTSD from doing this?
So where do you live? Where does everybody live? We're in Roanoke, Virginia. It's hot and humid today. We're about to die.
Yeah, we're pretty close to...
Hit that like button. Connecticut, not bad.
Cool.
Hit that like button, subscribe. We got 3 channels. Fresh Vintage Shorts, which you're on. Fresh Vintage. All about SEMA, car shows, car auction. Oh,
Yeah,
we're back. Sorry about that. Phone overheated, so.
Not surprising in this temperature. In these temperatures.
Palm Beach, what is up?
Ooh, that one's kind of stuck. There you go. This one's been a little more typical of brakes. Kind of sketchy. A little bit more sketch overall.
Put you back in the stand here.
Gloves again.
All right, welcome back. We're working on an 03 Honda Pilot, putting rear brakes on, so I know that's exciting, but got our quick jacks, power stop brakes, all that good stuff.
Well, honestly, I'm surprised that that thing came back to life.
So bear with us, might overheat again, whatever.
Grab some water real quick.
Hit that like button, people. We've got 3 YouTube channels. We've been doing this about 3 years. Fresh Vintage, how-to videos like this brake job, car shows, SEMA, Fresh Vintage Garage, shop equipment, scan tools, cordless impacts, you name it. Fresh Vintage Shorts, which you're on. We do lives and regular shorts, so you know the drill. Hit that like button, thumbs up, hit subscribe.
How many people are watching from the last time before it overheated?
Anybody stick around? So we're in Roanoke, Virginia, hot and humid. We might lose you again. Phone overheated, so.
Yeah, so the phone's in that case that Jay has. It's a battery case.
I took it out.
Yeah, it's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery in there, and we were charging the phone, so the phone was cooking in the sun and the heat, so got a little warm.
All right.
Where's everybody watching?
Where's everybody from?
Let's see flying over. Sounds a little bigger than normal. Going over right now.
Probably UPS or something.
Yeah, UPS. So in Roanoke here, we have a FedEx plane and a UPS plane that run every day, and they've been running at weird times lately. Normally, there were many years where that UPS plane was gone at 10:04 p.m. every night, and FedEx was like 2 minutes after it, or 5 minutes, or whatever. But
Hit that thumbs up.
well, that's looking good. And so while the phone was overheating, I pulled these out of here. This one's really loose. This one, I cleaned it up as best I could without putting a new one in there. I bought new ones, but it's not like it's stuck in there. It's just, honestly, if I had a rasp or something, or like a long something to just run in there and clean it out, or just go buy a whole new caliper bracket, but I don't want to spend the money on a new caliper bracket. So this one, it's working pretty good overall. I'd say I'd give it a solid B+. Now these bolts, these 14 millimeters, these things, it's weird. I don't know if it's Loctite or what the deal is, but I've never seen white on them like that before. It's kind of weird. But they kind of fought me coming out, so I'm going to put a little bit of anti-seize on them. Normally I wouldn't put that much on these anyway, but just to give them a little bit of help going back in. How many people are watching right now?
108.
108, cool. Appreciate everybody watching. We went to, it was a couple months ago at this point, but we went down to RTR in Charlotte area. It's not exactly in Charlotte, but it's not far from the greater Charlotte area. And we did an interview with Von Gittin Jr. Had a great chat with him, and then he toured us around his garage, the RTR garage. A really, really cool place. Had a great time hanging out. Everyone there is super cool, super nice people. Go check it out on Fresh Vintage. We went to Carlisle too. I've never actually been to Carlisle in all my years. So we went to Carlisle, PA. Just about 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And they had everything from the GTD, the Ford Mustang GTD there. They had the George Patterson, I think it is, the CEO of Shelby US. Really, really good time. Ton of, as you can imagine, a ton of Mustangs and Ford power. So. Oh my gosh. Man, that's 80 foot-pounds. I feel like it's going to break when you're getting it up to 80 foot-pounds. See a 12 millimeter right here. Yeah, we're on the home stretch, thankfully. Or not. Yeah. Don't do that. Break my arm and break these wrenches and strip the bolt head. There we go. Right enough. Okay. Yep. Okay. putting a little bit on here. Nothing crazy, just some. If you have a friend that just literally cakes these things, I don't know how much I subscribe to that, because the more you put on here, the more chance it is getting out on the rotors. But we'll just slide these in here. Maybe. There we go. There's that. So far so good. Now stick with us. I know that's something that makes people roll their eyes when they hear that on YouTube, but stick with us because we have to go set these brakes. And it might take a little bit, but once we get this thing off the lift and we kind of get a little cleaned up, get all the tools out of the way, gotta go set these brakes. So we'll probably go for a drive. Almost done. Oh man.
Almost to 100 likes. Hit that thumbs up button. Show us some love.
Anyone out there, I'm sure we'll start a big fight in the chat here, but anyone out there with a special tool brand, the brand that they like the most, or conversely, a brand that you hate, we'd love to hear any and all thoughts on what you like or what you don't like. There we go. Okay. Yep. Tire back on. If you're looking for a cheap car, I say cheap, like lower cost yet car that will need work. I mean, any car needs work, but you can't beat these late 90s, early 2000 Hondas. We've had this CRV or this Pilot, I should say. I have a CRV too. We've had this Pilot for 10 years now. We put 177,000 miles on it. And it's just still kicking. It's still cruising every day. We're just about done, but we still want to go for a ride. You get thumbnails? I get a single thumbnail. wrap up here, everybody, but we are gonna go for a ride, so don't go anywhere if you want to go for a little ride with us. Don't go anywhere. We're still gonna go for a little ride. We're just cleaning up here. Appreciate everybody watching. Oh, sorry, man. Doing this in the heat makes for a very long, hot day, but we're overcoming. Excuse me. I think we just got to drop the pilot down. Yeah, let's check our brake fluid. Oh boy, that can's mighty hot sitting in the sun. Brake parts cleaner sitting in the sun. What could go wrong, right? Let's see what this looks like. Well, thankfully it didn't spill over. I'm sure it's pretty full, but okay, there's that. Now we're actually going to show you the quick jack in action. Need yeah. Yummy. All right. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna get the quick jack. Actually, I'm gonna set you on the ground here so you can see the quick jack in action. There you go.
We gotta wrap up the video, right?
We do, yeah. I'm just gonna throw this in the back of the CR or the pilot. After talk about those. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. We have the driver's side rear done. Now you can see the actual power stop rotor in there. And it's dragging a little tiny bit, but that's not unexpected. So if everything goes back together and you can wiggle the caliper, it's floating properly, and that wheel turns that easily, then you've done a job. Awesome, job well done kind of thing. One final thing we need to do is definitely check your box because you're not done yet. You need to heat treat and set the brakes, and there's actually 5 aggressive decelerations, 5 moderate, and then you have to let the brakes cool for 5 minutes. So we're going to go do that now. But wrapping up the video, now that you've gotten your own brakes upgraded with power stop action, you too can be a certified fresh vintage mechanic. We appreciate you watching. If you like classic cars, if you like muscle cars, if you like keeping your cars fixed up and certified fresh on the road, Fresh Vintage your channel. Please like and subscribe. And if you want to see the front brakes get done, definitely check out that video. You can find a link to it right up here somewhere. But we appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one. There's so many power stuff. Rotor images we could probably just recycle. Put a Honda logo next to it. Forgive everyone on the live stream. We're getting wrapped up here. We are going to go for a ride, so don't go anywhere. I want to show you the quick jack in action. This guy has a up and down button. Let me show him the up and down button. So it has an up and literally up and down, and so you have to go up to get it off the safety locks because there's safety locks engaged right now.
So
that's about as high as it'll go.
So the skepticism on the quick jack is pretty unfounded because we can rock on this thing all day and it's not going to come off. We don't even need to use jack stands. So
questioning the quick jack?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let's.
So show them.
It's off the safeties too, mind you, when I do this, but.
Now the little bit of motion is because the ground is not 100% level.
The ground's not perfectly level here. This is a parking spot, kind of like billiard table, smooth, level surface. So yeah, this thing's not going anywhere.
So, and look how much room you got underneath. Whee. Plenty of room for activities.
So let me show you the safety lock on this thing. It was sitting on the locks. Here, we can bring it over here. It was sitting on the locks. And so we just pushed it up, and then this foot goes up, and then it actually puts that like a little rider, so it'll slide. And this thing will slide all the way down to the ground. We'll show you that right now. It'll also slide, it'll crush this can of PB Blaster. That'd be pretty cool. PB Blaster spray over.
We're almost to 100 likes. Come on. Hit that thumbs up for us.
Appreciate everybody watching. If you haven't checked out Fresh Vintage, go check it out. If you haven't seen our website, scantooldepot.com, if you need ScanTool, if you need shop equipment, if you need a battery tester, battery charger, TPMS tools, we even have Robinair AC units on there now. Ansel, we're one of the few Ansel distributors in the U.S.
Yep. Sometimes it needs a little assistance, but
yeah, once you get the weight of the car off of it, sometimes you need to stand. Like Jay stands on that side, I stand on this side.
I'm just kind of pushing down. It's nothing hard.
Yeah, it's not like you got to put 1,000 pounds on this thing.
My side's down.
I'm still going down over here.
Scoot them on in the middle. Now these weigh 107 pounds each, so.
Yeah, the poor UPS guy drove up Jay's hill. Actually, he drug one up, right? And then we drug the other one up.
Yeah.
We're like, holy crap, dude. Poor UPS guy. Those guys have to be able to carry up to 150 pounds.
Check the torque on each wheel.
Yeah. See that so you can sit in here. I appreciate everybody watching. Torque our lug nuts down. I gotta say that torque stick did a pretty good job on the back. The front ones are a little under torqued, to be honest. But ooh, that one was oily at least. Wow. Give me my socket back. Good grief. All right, last one. Appreciate everybody watching. Please like and subscribe. We're trying to get 100 likes on this short live stream, I should say. And we're going to go for a test drive here. Just a couple minutes. Come on. There you go. Whew. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. That's great. Appreciate you watching. Don't go anywhere. We're putting a few tools away, and then we're going to go for a ride here in just a few minutes. let's see.
You got the box?
I got it in the back. It's 540 to.
Go ahead and grab it. MD, Hannah, Rob, what's going on? Where you guys from? Hey, we had 100 likes, so.
I appreciate that.
Ignore the mess in the front.
Oh yeah, don't show them the mess in the front.
Too late. Too late.
Yeah. Here, let me work on that a little bit more.
Well, while we wait, let's check out the awesome weather in Roanoke. Look at that sky. The panoramic here. Where's everybody from? What up? We're in doing an 03 pilot. Just finished front and rear brakes. Gonna go take it out and break them in. So come along for the ride. How about that? Hit that thumbs up, guys. Show us some love. Where's everybody from?
All right, hop on in there. Now we hope that the Wi-Fi works. I'm sorry, the cell signal works.
Yeah, we might lose you, so if so, thanks for watching. But stick around. We're just going to go down to the local community college and do a little setting brakes and whatever else.
Alright, windows up. To the floor.
Yeah, pump them brakes up.
That's better.
Yeah, whenever you put brakes on, always pump the brakes before you start going.
Yeah. You're like, all brakes are good. You slam into someone the first time you slam on the brake pedal because it won't do anything.
Yeah, I remember when I worked at a shop, the guy put brakes on and he didn't pump them up before he backed out of the lift,
my
and
gosh.
he had to yank on the parking brake to stop.
Am I gonna hit the garbage can? Oh, so close.
So
Pump them a few more times before.
on the brakes.
So if you see everybody drop